Hello everybody, welcome back to Cheeseman Championships. My name is Tristan and I am so excited to continue this beautiful NFL wildcard weekend journey with every single one of you. I did want to go ahead and just kind of jump in with the predictions, but before we get started with that, we do have a giveaway for those of us who have been kind of here since day one. I was able to do a raffle for all of my subscribers, but the winner will be announced at the end of this video. So stay tuned until the end because you want to find out if you won or not. But we have some very important games that we are going to discuss in this video today. We have 2 more games we'll discuss. I understand that there are 3 games on Sunday, but we will do the Sunday night game and the Monday night game together in that video. Let's go ahead and see what the suit is going to be for, let's do the Bills since they are the visiting team. Bills, what is their suit? Pentacles? Okay, interesting. Okay, what is going to be, damn, that's actually very, very interesting. What is going to be the Jags suit? Also, the Pentacles. Okay, this is actually interesting. I've never had this happen before, but thankfully, I can still read the energy as well. So I am just getting more from the Jags, and it makes sense with the ace being here. A lot of that young energy, a lot of that new energy, new dreams, passions. Again, there's a trophy there. You are trying to manifest that, happiness and that wealth and that fucking win, that ultimate win. But with the Bills, as you know, with Josh Allen, they have been here before multiple times. They have that seniority. They know what it takes to make it to the next round. But we also know Josh Allen has a history of choking in the playoffs. So that's another reason too why I kind of have the Jags winning. But we have our energies. We have our energies. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look into the first quarter. River movement. Okay. Clarifying cards here. Oh shit, we got the Page of Wands. All right. So we have the Jags already with some energy, with some movement. The 4 of Pentacles. And the World. Ooh, okay. So it's going to be a slight, it seems like a push and pull type of thing. I do see the Jags scoring pretty early, maybe the first possession that they have it, but they have a really good momentum. And I see some stubbornness on the Bills' end. But again, as a Bills fan, I wouldn't be worried at this point. I don't know how much of that momentum they'll necessarily keep, but who knows? Who knows? Let's continue reading to the second quarter. Ceremony. Invocation. And second quarter. Oh my gods. This is the 3rd time that the 9 of Swords has popped up in the readings. This is the 3rd reading I've done, and there's some babies in the league, is all I'm saying. So I wouldn't be surprised again if we see someone being melodramatic, if we see a quarterback just being like, oh my gosh, I don't know, maybe I'll get a good clarification of who it would be, but that single card, every single reading, it has showed up. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, well, things can get a little snippy this second quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little fight. There's just a lot of fighting with the words, flags, a lot of flags possibly in the second quarter or even in this game. And it could be that some things aren't being called correctly, I don't know for which team necessarily. It's not, because here's the thing. The reason why I cannot read specifically which side it is, all of these cards have swords in them, and none of the suits necessarily earlier told me which side it would be. So that's why I'm seeing more of the officiating, the calls being made. Yeah, I would watch for this one. For scoring, it seems like a very kind of quarter. So I don't know about this one, y'all. It could be that we walk in with a tie coming into the halftime. After halftime. Oh, dance celebration. So funny because second quarter we had ceremony. Now we have dance celebration. The 8 of Pentacles. So Bills coming in. coming in. Oh, we got the death card for my newbies here. Do not get scared of the death card. Please don't get scared of a lot of cards in tarot. Like, it's just, it's a meaning, okay? Just symbolizes change. Change, the two of... Oh, for my Bills fans. So even though the Bills might come in with some momentum, I'm wondering if that's not enough to compete with the momentum that the Jags have, because I see a lot of waiting still. I see like there's a change in the dynamic, and coming from the Bills end still, like there's still a lot that has to be worked on before we make it farther, which is so interesting to me, because the notion this season, which again, ridiculous, because Patrick Mahomes isn't in the playoffs, the Ravens aren't in the playoffs, Lamar Jackson, he's not in the playoffs, like Joe Burrow, there's specific people who aren't in the playoffs, therefore it's Josh Allen's year. There's no excuse for him. Well, the excuse is some shit just isn't connecting, okay? There is no dance and celebration. That has to hold. Like, I'm sensing that they are hoping for that celebration, but like, obviously there's still a whole ass quarter, but I feel like in this third, there's something that happens where they might be like, oh shit, our opportunity is kind of slipping away. I have the Jags in the third quarter. Let's see what this fourth quarter brings. Ancestors Generations. This card also came up in a previous reading. It didn't come up in all three, but the second time it showed up. We got the Magician. Oh, does Josh Allen, Page of Swords. Oh, do we have a High Priestess? Holy shit, lady. Fuck. Oh my god. So right here, I see Josh Allen, the Magician, manifesting shit. He has been labeled a little bit as a magician, someone who just kind of makes shit work, especially during clutch moments. But with the page being here, the Page of Swords, we have a young buck who is still trying to get far. And like, I'm not gonna lie, doesn't that look a little bit like Trevor Lawrence? Just a little bit. No, could be me. Whatever. So with the High Priestess being here though, I see it leaning more to the seniority part. So all right, I think Bills win it. I think Bills actually figure something out towards the third quarter. Like reading these cards together with the fourth quarter and stuff, like with I was kind of confused a little bit. I think that when the Jags start assuming that things are right there, close to them, the Bills figure something else out. I don't know if like something connects. I don't know, but it's not going to be as fluid in the third quarter, but it'll start coming through towards the end. And then Josh Allen will come out, beat a magician, and he'll probably fucking win this thing. So just to finalize this reading, my cards have gone against every they almost slapped me. Shape-shifting. Clouds. There's going to be a lot of momentum changes in this game. You're going to assume at one point like, oh, Bills got this game. You're going to assume at another time like, no, it's the Jags. But when you least expect it, it's going to form into something different. But at the end of the day, my cards have the Bills. Girl. Oh my God, dude. Every single game. I'm looking at the schedule. Every single game, my cards have gone against me. So I swear. Because I am going for the Eagles against the 49ers. And not necessarily for this one, I'm not necessarily looking at talent. I have a little vendetta against the 49ers, so I don't necessarily want them to win. Eagles, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Saquon, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But we're gonna say that. What are my cards gonna say? Well, I have an assumption, but let's go ahead and get started, right? What is the suit of the 49ers? I'm also being quiet. Oh, we got swords. Look at that. Already making another appearance. Okay, our Eagles. That was quick. Cups. All right. This time we have two different suits, so it will be a little bit easier to distinguish the energies in this reading. First quarter. 49ers and the Eagles. They're playing in Philly, correct? Yes. All right, we got tree, grounding, okay. Steady energy, maybe. 7 of Cups, or it could be. It could be. The Lovers. Sorry, I'm just like, this is giving Eagles energy right from the beginning. And the Queen of Wands. So, already, it looks like the Eagles start with some passion, intensity. It looks like they have a lot to like choose from. It seems like a lot of options. I don't know if like it comes easy to them the first quarter, you know, like it just looks like, all right, things are connecting, things are working. The Queen of Wands being here, I see passion. I see someone who like has it together. Again, Jalen Hurts has been here before. Not saying that Brock Purdy hasn't been there. You know, like both of these teams have been in the Super Bowl previously in the recent years. But yeah, it seems like the Eagles just have the fire in their favor. Will it continue? We will see. Second quarter. Do I see an ass whooping in this first quarter? Granted, I see Eagles. Do I see an ass whooping? Wouldn't be surprised if they score 2 touchdowns in this first quarter. Oh my gosh. Second quarter. Ceremony. Again. The 8 of Swords. Okay. The 7 of Wands. Second quarter is going to be a freaking battle. And it's going to lean more towards Eagles. And just barely. I wouldn't be surprised if 49ers came back in the second quarter because they're just pushing through. Like, they're like, okay, we understand what's happening here, and also we're not going to be left in the dust. There's some shit happening in the backgrounds, but that's not going to be enough to deter us completely from this game. But the only reason why I'm going more towards the Eagles, they're playing over there. Pentacles means home, grounding. Again, we saw grounding earlier in the first quarter. But I see a battle still. Like, I don't see necessarily them getting their ass kicked, but when it comes to the cohesiveness of the team, the Eagles are definitely a lot more put together. After halftime, a lot of the same cards. It's a little surprising. We got shape-shifting, but shape-shifting for which team? You got the 3 of Pentacles. Oh, look at that. The 5 of Pentacles and the World. So to my 49ers fans, there is possibility that y'all got your either asses chewed at halftime, you figured something out, you reconnect. I don't know what happened at halftime, but it looks like y'all really wake up in the third quarter. I see nothing but that momentum, even though I see Pentacles energy, which again reminds me of grounding. I don't relate this to the Eagles because the Eagles look more put together. Not saying that these cards don't represent that, but they're definitely showing more of like, okay, slowly getting back into it. And with the World being here, you slowly get back into it. But once you get into that rhythm of it, holy shit. Like, next thing you know, you're tied. Or next thing you know, you're up by 3. So I see the momentum and even the lead possibly going back to the 49ers by this third quarter. Fourth quarter. Wow. I swear. Fourth quarter, we got the Knight of Swords. Jesus! 2 of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords. So, 49ers had a lot of that momentum in that third quarter, only for it to be absolutely demolished by the Eagles in the fourth quarter. I am getting the sense that, and it might be Saquon and just Jalen Hurts connecting so fucking good because there's a good balance here. There's a really good balance. Again, this goes back to the home field advantage. We're there in Philly. And also we have, I'm getting Saquon right here. And then right here is Jalen. They are just like, they do some good shit. They have a communion together. They really like connect and they just have that balance. Like, they really look at the 49ers and they're like, aw, that's cute. Now we're just going to finish this. Hardcore Eagles energy. And not only that, it kind of says Eagle on the card. So final card to just kind of sum up the theme of this game. 2 cards came out. We have New Moon, Promise, and Breach Whales. So yeah, I sense that the Eagles definitely come out. You'd assume, right, with New Moon and the Promise that maybe the 49ers would come in with a new thing. But I'm sensing with the New Moon, Promise, just kind of like a dynasty, a possible dynasty happening. I'm not saying that, yay, woohoo, the Eagles. Like, I'm not super keen on that happening, but it is possible that they do repeat. It is possible. Because, yeah, and they breach, and they get to the end. So, finally, my cards and I are in alignment. Concludes our readings for today. We are going to do, again, Sunday night's game, Monday night's game in the next video. But without further ado, many of you have been waiting for the giveaway results. But very, very quickly, I just wanted to say thank you all to all of my subscribers, every single one of you who has shared my videos, commented, liked everything. Like, truly, every single one matters, and I cannot thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I didn't know the reaction I would get, especially bringing tarot into, you know, a hugely male-dominated field, especially sports. So I just really appreciate the support that I have received, and I cannot wait to see just how much bigger my channel grows. So with that being said, continue liking, subscribing, all the things with everyone who you know loves all the Cheesemen, all the championships. But before we completely close out, who is the winner of this beautiful Nuggets giveaway? And the winner is Alex Marquez. Yay! Again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will reach out to you in case I do not hear back from Alex within 3 days. Then I will move on down the list and we will just continue going on and so forth. As far as my next giveaway goes, I do plan it to be something Broncos themed. I am a little unsure of what it's going to be just yet because I know that some of y'all are not Broncos fans either. If you have any suggestions, please comment below. Obviously, these are my teams, but I'm always very open to create a little goodie bag for my subscribers. So again, thank you all so much. Continue liking, subscribing, all the beautiful things. Adios and good night.